Imagine waking up on a Monday morning, your alarm buzzes, you groggily hit snooze, and drag yourself out of bed. You know the routine: work, meetings, emails, deadlines. 5 days straight, 2 fleeting days of rest, then repeat. For billions of people worldwide, this rhythm feels natural. But pause for a moment. Why do we work 5 days a week? Who decided this was normal? The 5 day work week isn't natural. It's a human invention, barely a century old, born from industrial demands, economic strategy, and social compromise. And yet, it governs billions of lives, dictating not just when we work, but how we spend our time, rest, and consume. Before factories, humans worked according to nature. Farmers rose with the sun, artisans labored when light allowed, and merchants traded with the seasons. Festivals, holy days, and harvests marked the pace of life. Leisure and rest were part of survival, not luxuries. Work was necessary, but flexible, tied to human needs rather than machines. The Industrial Revolution changed everything. Factories demanded humans keep pace with the machines. Workdays stretched 12 to 16 hours, 6 or 7 days a week. Children and women joined factories. Exhaustion became normal, and leisure was nearly non existent. Time became measurable, uniform, and enforced. Human life conformed to mechanical schedules. Workers resisted. Strikes, protests, and labor movements emerged. Slogans like 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will spread through city streets. Slowly, labor reforms shaped society. By the 1920s, Henry Ford implemented the 5 day, 40-hour work week. Rested workers were more productive and, importantly, had time to spend money, fueling both economy and culture. Understanding this origin reveals that the structures around work are choices, not inevitabilities. The 5 day work week is recent, strategic, and negotiable. It's time to explore how humans went from working with nature to working with machines and what that means for today. Before the 5 day work week, labor followed natural rhythms. Farmers, artisans, and merchants worked according to daylight, seasons, and survival needs. Festivals and religious holidays created regular breaks, giving people time to rest, socialize, and celebrate. Work was essential but flexible, and life was paced by human needs rather than machines. The Industrial Revolution brought unprecedented change. Factories and machines required humans to work on a strict schedule. Workdays extended 12 to 16 hours, 6 or 7 days a week. Children and women entered the workforce, joining men in grueling conditions. Exhaustion became normal, and leisure almost disappeared. Time became measurable, uniform, and enforced. Labor movements emerged in response. Strikes, protests, and organized unions demanded humane hours and fair conditions. The slogan, 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will, became a rallying cry for dignity and balance. These struggles reshaped industrial societies and laid the groundwork for modern labor rights. By the 1920s, Henry Ford revolutionized working schedules. Implementing the 5 day, 40-hour week, he discovered rested workers were more productive and loyal. Moreover, leisure created consumers. Workers with free time spent money on goods, services, and entertainment. Work and rest became intertwined with capitalist growth. This period shows that the structure of work is neither fixed nor natural. Industrialization created the modern rhythm, but human resistance, negotiation, and strategy determined its form. Understanding this history helps us see how work, productivity, and society are deeply connected. While capitalism shaped the modern work week, other systems offered alternatives. Socialism, emerging in the 19th century, promoted equality, shared prosperity, and collective responsibility. Its roots lay in reactions to industrial inequalities, where some thrived while many suffered. Socialists argued that work should benefit everyone, not just owners or shareholders. Early socialist experiments focused on cooperative production, workers' rights, and social welfare. Communities tried collective farming, shared factories, and public ownership of essential services. The goal was to balance productivity with fairness, creating societies where labor was valued equally and rest was essential. Yet socialism faced challenges. Centralized planning often struggled with efficiency, and bureaucracy sometimes stifled innovation. Personal freedom occasionally clashed with collective goals. While ideals were noble, fair wages, healthcare, education, the practical results were mixed. Countries learned through trial and error, gradually blending elements of socialism with market economies to create workable systems. The tension between capitalism and socialism shaped labor laws, social safety nets, and cultural expectations. Many modern nations adopt hybrid models. Markets drive growth, but protections ensure fairness. Socialism's influence shows that work structures are choices, not inevitabilities, and alternatives to rigid schedules exist. Understanding socialism offers perspective on modern labor. It highlights that hours, rest, and compensation are socially negotiated, not dictated by nature. This sets the stage for hybrid approaches that combine efficiency, fairness, and human well being. Hybrid or mixed economies blend capitalism and socialism, seeking both productivity and fairness. Countries with these systems provide social safety nets while encouraging innovation and private enterprise. Work weeks, labor laws, and leisure are shaped to balance efficiency and quality of life. For example, Scandinavian nations often maintain strong social programs, universal healthcare, and paid leave, alongside competitive markets. Citizens work, but the state ensures protections. Productivity remains high, stress is lower, and social cohesion strengthens. The rhythm of work adapts to human needs, not just economic demands. Technology adds new possibilities. Automation and AI reduce the need for long hours. Trials of 4-day work weeks in Iceland, Japan, and the UK demonstrate that reducing time at work can maintain productivity while improving happiness and well being. Flexibility, once a luxury, is increasingly feasible. Understanding mixed systems reveals a profound truth. The 5-day work week is not inevitable. It's a social construct shaped by history, economics, and human negotiation. We can imagine different structures, shorter weeks, flexible hours, and work life integration that prioritize health, creativity, and fulfillment. As you reflect on your own work week, remember every schedule, every hour, every expectation is a product of choices and history. We inherited them, but we can also change them. The future of work is not written yet, it's in our hands.